again, this is one of those cards that just gets better and better and better and better as you go through it. You don't realize it's like, oh my god, this fight's good. Oh, this is even. It's just one of those cards. Our next fight, we've got Magic Marlon Moraes versus Rob Font. I'll let you start us off with that one.
This is a fight that literally has not been talked about at all. I don't feel like everyone's getting in the mix of Vieira versus Aldo, Pereira versus Williams, which I really want to talk about fight later on. That's one of my best fights on the card. But this fight is amazing, and like the flyweight division, the bantamweight division has been fantastic this year, especially under this quarantine period. I feel like they've matched featherweight and lightweight in terms of the depth of this division, which I've said this loads of times. A lot of the guys in the top 30 in the rankings could be the lower end of the top 15 guys. Like you've got guys like Barcelos, who's not ranked, and the guy the Killer, who's a very good fighter. You've got Nathaniel Ward outside the rankings. Like, these are so high level fighters, and there's no difference between Rob Font and Marlon Moraes. Obviously, Moraes almost got KO'd on KO of the year, if it, especially KO of the night, if it wasn't for Buckley KO in Impa. And it wasn't like, it was a brutal knockout, but he didn't catch it flush. It was kind of like a glance that kind of blocked him a bit, and then he was able to get finished. But I feel like if it landed more cleaner, he wouldn't be able to take this fight. I think it would have been way too soon. But I feel like just the way the KO was, I feel like he might have been recovered properly now. Rob Font is not active at all, like you said. It's the same with Arroyo. I think his last 3 fights have all been this time this year. Like last year he fought in December. I think the year before that he fought in December, and now he's fighting in December again. I want to go for Font just because it's a new name in terms of like top 5. Like if Moraes win, you think, well, again he's there around about that top 3 kind of title contenders, and I feel like we need more. We've got enough new blood there, but especially in that contenders, I feel like if Font wins, it just opens the door to different matchups, and it doesn't stalemate the division. But Moraes is obviously a very talented guy, brilliant fighter from WSOF, which is now basically PFL. I think Moraes will win. I think he'll win by KO first round. I feel like he's the Conor McGregor of the bantamweight division in terms of he's very powerful in that first round. But if Rob Font survives that fight can go a different way. But I think I'm going to go with Moraes by first round KO. If not, if he doesn't get that, then Font will win. But my pick will be Moraes.
Yeah, see, I'm probably going to agree with you on that one. I'll be picking Moraes by first round KO. First round Marlon is one of the scariest forces in the world. Never mind the 135-pound division. You're bang on what you said about the 135-pound division. It really has. This time last year, it was the 145-pound division. The year before that, it was the 155-pound division. Now it's 135. It's that stacked division that, even like we say, Jimmy Flick, Cody Durden, they're like, we're going to try it at 125 because not that they can't compete for the title. It's just there's so many names. There are so many names and so many big fighters that really are great fights. 135 is fantastic. I'm going to go with Marlon because he is a force in the first round. Now, the other reason I'm going to go with this is I believe that styles make fights. Corey Sandhagen, he managed to dismantle Marlon because he gave him so many looks. Now, that's what Corey Sandhagen's all about. He's very much that volume striker, and he can grapple. Now, with Rob Font, he's very much a boxer, right? His hands are incredible, but he's very much an MMA boxer as such. If he mixes it up, if he throws some more kicks, he could give Marlon more looks, take him out of that Marlon sort of style. But I don't see it happening. I don't see him giving Marlon enough looks, and Marlon really will come with the kicks. And the thing about Marlon's kicks is you don't know where they're coming from because he will throw it to the calf, he will throw it to the body, and he will throw it to the head quicker than most. It is one of those. I'm not saying that Rob Font can't get it done. I am saying that Marlon needs to get it done because obviously coming off of he didn't lose to Jose Aldo. Technically, he won that fight. Now, this is one of those where we all think that he lost on the cards to Jose Aldo because Dana White did a Dana White and gave Aldo the title shot. But he did win that fight, obviously coming off to a very, very sort of It's not a good loss to have, and he's coming back soon. I believe. Did he have a broken orbital in that fight? I wasn't sure. I know that Corey Sandhagen may have been pointing at saying he's got a broken orbital,
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
but whether obviously Corey Sandhagen isn't a doctor, so it is one of those. I do see. I see Marlon getting the early finish, but that's going to be a great fight. It'd be a nice fight to watch.